A note on positive psychology in practice. Miracles. I was thinking about miracles because I'm reading through a book on happiness which mentions um, the poem Miracles by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was a man who saw miracles all around. And that's expressed in his poem in which he says, I didn't learn the poem, but I hope I have the gist of it. Uh, when I walk on the beach near the sea or the ocean, that's a miracle. When I look at the sky over the roofs of the houses, it's a miracle. When I am on a bus and look at the strangers opposite me, it is a miracle. Every square foot of the air of this planet, on this planet, is a miracle. Rochița rândănicii e un miracol. For some reason, many years ago, 20 or so, I was listening to an adaptation for the stage of Walt Whitman, Poezia muzicii tinere, the poetry of young music, something like that. P.T. Shilp, a late actor, a good performer, took Song of Myself, translated it, and that's the only example, the only case I know of, I can remember, where I found at that time that the translation sounds better than the original. Because I had the chance to read some Walt Whitman then, and it sounded somewhat awkward, peculiar to me. I didn't get, I couldn't appreciate it at that time in the original, but it was miraculous in my language. Therefore, I have some of those lines from poems in my own language. Vin cu tobele și cu alămurile, bând și procreând, 30 de ani, flăcău din Manhattan, and on and on. Rochița rândunicii mă încântă mai mult decât toate lucrurile din cărți, whatever. So fascinating and unique. I was reading in 50 Funniest American Writers, one of those writers was criticizing habits we have to use unique, for instance, in the context of more unique, very unique. No, unique is just unique. So I was tempted to say the most unique writer and man in his ability to see miracles everywhere, because it seems in his real life he was enchanted, he was in ecstasy, walking, just looking at the sky, drinking his tea, sitting on the porch, doing anything and everything. And that's marvelous. And it's in opposition with the likes of Schopenhauer, who thought something like life is miserable and the end is welcome because it would be nothing, and that's better than pain. And, or Franz Liszt, not Franz Liszt, Franz Liszt? No, Schubert, I'm sorry, Franz Schubert, who went to sleep praying that he will not wake up again. Sad, as the Donald would say. And indeed, even if we don't see miracles everywhere, as well Whitman did, we should appreciate. I'm thinking to try and have this. There's some wonderful flowers there and a bee. And if not exactly a miracle, that's wonderful. True, depending on positivity, on your level of happiness. Happy people are more creative, they have better professional, private lives, and physically, they have an advantage. The happiness advantage is one of the good books of, very good, excellent books of positive psychology. And Sean Achor is the author, one of the students of Tal Ben-Shahar, Harvard professor of positive psychology. So positive people really have a wider perspective. They see better and they see more. And one of the rules is savoring, living in the present and savoring. Because indeed, this the present is all we certainly, definitely have. The future is unclear. We don't know what can happen. But we have the moment and we can enjoy sun, flowers, these guys when they're not outrageously loud. And one can think of that drawing, which is mentioned by Sonia Lubomirsky in her book, The How of Happiness, in regards to the chapter on savoring. In the New York Times, I understand there are 3 drawings. The first one has a man at his office thinking about playing golf. In the second drawing, he is playing golf, but thinking about having sex. And then in the third and last drawing, he's having sex, but thinking about work. So we need to avoid that. Avoid that.